generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready up, 47, Mike 47, 65, 65, 65.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Love. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And it's third down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
47's the mic. 42.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
And the Redskin first down.
Set, cut. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Let's go, let's go. That's 3.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You got it.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 35 on second down, Winston. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third line.
Emmanuel Sanders, touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Haskins on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Thomas.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. On second down now, it's Love, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Haskins to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On second down, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Love. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 88 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Haskins to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion. Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara's got the first down and then some. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half. Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they? Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? Unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area. He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Haskins will throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On the draw, this is Love. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Love. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Haskins on third down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Haskins. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Oh, and I think the Redskins got it. Yes, they did. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think the easy analysis is that he had nowhere to go with the football. But he held on to it for so long, didn't get rid of it, and then just gave up.
Yeah, the coverage was good downfield, no doubt. But if you're going to hold on to the ball that long and then just cradle it at the end, you're right, it felt like he gave up a little bit.
If you're going to do that, do it early. Get the play over with. Don't wait that long and then give up. Your guys expect you to try and make a play. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach...
It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving target.
Latavius Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting... And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. To try again after the sack. Haskins, he's going to look deep for more, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Haskins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now. They run it again with Kamara. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
To throw, Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown there as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
After the sack on first down, Haskins. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw, Haskins. And Walker has it. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A 10th carry for Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. On first down, Murray. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Now it's Haskins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. That'll bring up second down. Now a give running right is Love. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a bit.
And now here is another interception. P.J. Williams with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards the pickup there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Guys, give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for New Orleans, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half.